Okay, I'm recording the call now and I'm gonna start it and it's all yours, Travis, okay?
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm starting the call right now.
Is it started? Hey, welcome everybody to the AAO update call. This is Travis Martin, co-founder. I'm also joined on this call with also co-founder JC Martinez and our president, Tommy Carden. And more importantly, we have co-founder Dan Putnam with us as well. Today's going to be a really good call for you guys. I appreciate you joining us today. We have a lot of updates. It's going to take some time, a lot of information out there. So I wouldn't rely on just, I'll get the recording tomorrow. Get out a pen, get out a paper, take some notes, and really be a student of this industry and what we're trying to do. Let me just personally tell you that this has been a fun adventure ever since Dan made that call and had that, his vision of it back in February to what we're doing today. And today's that kind of that really big update moment that we've all been working towards. I know there's a lot of anticipation out there, and we're excited to be able to hear what is going on and how we can start building our businesses. So I'd like to turn the time over to Dan and have him share really some important company updates once again that you need to be writing down and keep right next to you and work with your upline in this one. So anyways, Dan, if you're there, take it over, buddy.
All right, thanks so much, Travis. And I'm going to try and keep this simple by trying to cover things a little bit slow so that people can kind of understand, but it may be some things that you need to watch over. Obviously, we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that have come on board the last 2 weeks. And we're definitely not going to have all of those people hearing this information. So we will also be sending out some emails tomorrow, just so that people know what's going on. You're going to recognize everything changing. So completely different website, completely different back office, and all of that. But before I really get started, I want to just kind of talk about a couple things. Yeah, again, we took from the 8th when we kind of kicked this thing off in Park City with about 30, 40 people, some from Florida, most of them from Utah, but we wanted to give people the opportunity to invite as many people as they possibly could to build as fast as they could for 2 weeks and then launch. There was really one thing that we was waiting on, but we thought we'd have it at least a week in advance, which was the test strips, the nitric oxide test strips. So we had placed them on order. We thought everything was done, and then come to find out when we're looking to say, hey, where are all these things? Because we wanted to launch and start taking orders yesterday. And then last week, we found out that they said, oh, no, those weren't approved. And we're like, what do you mean it wasn't approved? We sent the email back, all of it. So anyways, some things sometimes fall through the cracks. We've had product for over a month. And so, again, we really thought 100% we'll have no trouble hitting the 22nd. So last week, we had to do another order of the strips because to have them customized on the packaging takes a couple of weeks, which, again, we thought we'd have at least a week before the 22nd. But, again, sometimes things happen. So they overnighted them, overnighting from other parts of the world. I guess I shouldn't say overnight because that would typically mean overnight to get it the next day. But the fastest shipping method that they have available, that we thought we were going to get them tomorrow, which was Wednesday, and then we were going to turn on and start doing the orders. They actually came today, which is good. So that they came 1 day early. So we are definitely going to turn on the orders tomorrow. This was the thing that we were waiting on. If we would have known that they'd have showed up today, we would have just went ahead and started to take the orders yesterday and then starting the shipping today. But that is good news. So we do have them. And again, this isn't they don't have our logo on them, but it's the same strip. We will do a video that people can watch to see how the strips work and stuff like that. It can kind of figure it out, but the actual ones that will be coming in a couple weeks, maybe another week from now, have instructions on them how to do the test and stuff. But we'll do a video and show how that works. So that's all good. Everything's good as far as that point. Now the next thing that I want to discuss is obviously what's going to happen. We're launching in 5 countries. And in the United States, we're going to be focused on delivery through Amazon. And then eventually we're working on that same thing in Canada. We have local distribution in Mexico, Costa Rica, and Colombia. And there's already a couple more countries that we're going to be launching probably within the next 30 to 60 days that you'll be seeing added. But because we just got the strips today, we haven't had the opportunity to, we have to send those with the pack. So we basically have to put the active greens in an envelope with the test strips in an envelope and do each one of them individual for how Amazon does their shipping. And so we don't have the ability, since they just came in today, to get these through all of the Amazon warehouses throughout the United States so that we can get that 1 to 2 day delivery 7 days a week that we're going to be relying on as a big part of our delivery system. So what you're going to be seeing, obviously we have all of our local infrastructure. We do well over 1,000 shipments every single day. And so the first orders in the United States, we're going to ship out from our own offices. It should still be 2-3 days. In some cases, maybe 3 or 4 days, but you should get it anywhere from 1 to 3 days, kind of on average. That will speed up within the next, several weeks as we get into full launch. Canada, we use a distribution center before. It's probably going to be another 30 days or so before we have Amazon set up in Canada. Originally, we was going to hold off and not launch Canada until that was done. Talking to some of the leaders that heard about Against All Odds and stuff, and knowing that we've worked with Landmark for many, many years. Landmark services Canada as well as many other countries. They do it very well. And it's typically somewhere between 4 to 7 days, so a little bit longer than what we'd like. But in order to get them the product and everything, we just got the test strips today. They only accept orders 1 day per week, which is Thursday. So we will get the product to them on Thursday. They then have to put everything into their system and get everything ready to ship. That typically takes days to up to a week. And so for all of our Canadian partners, we are going to be taking orders tomorrow. But just so you know, this first shipment will probably go out mid next week is probably when it's going to go out, and then you'll get it 3 to 7 days after that. Future shipments after next week, they'll ship, within the same business day or the next business day. We will keep the updates going when we have everything in the Amazon warehouses in the US. And then once we have them in Canada also, we'll be doing updates. But until then, we're going to be shipping from our own warehouses here. And then we're using Landmark for Canada, Mexico, Costa Rica, and Colombia. Normally takes us 2 to 3 weeks to get product there. Again, we're waiting for the strips. We went ahead and sent the products because we're like, worst case scenario in these 3 countries, we're okay. We haven't done a lot of pre-marketing in Mexico, Costa Rica, or Colombia, even though we do have hundreds of people in those countries. We don't have thousands and thousands and thousands like we do in the United States. So we had kind of made the decision that once the product is there, we'll go ahead and ship the product and not worry as much about the test strips. We can get test strips there typically faster than the product. There's different ways that we can ship them. And so tomorrow we're going to find the best way to get those to Mexico, Costa Rica, and Colombia. I personally feel they'll probably get there about the same time as the product. So the product is shown that it should arrive sometime next week or early the week after. Again, we've been talking to a lot of the leaders. We're still going to allow people to go ahead and place their orders, and then we'll notify them when it's shipping. So probably about a week delay for the shipping in Mexico, Costa Rica, and Colombia. Once those ship, it's typically 1 to 2 days, maybe 3 days at the most. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for 1 to 3 day delivery everywhere that we do business. And right, again, in pre-launch, it's not going to be that way in every area, but we don't want to, continue to hold off. There's a lot of people that want to get things going, want to get the product ordered. And so we're ready to roll. So tomorrow, we're going to have basically 5 options on the AAOWW.com site. People are going to be able to join as an influencer. We're going to have 3 influencer packages, $49.95, $397, or $697. Those are the 3 options. All 3 of them max out the compensation plan as far as the main plan, which is your 3x10 structure and your 10 generations of matches. So all 3 of those give you the ability to literally make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, truly unlimited. But the matrix alone, we've gone through it every night for the last 2 weeks, except for one night off, which was Saturday. So almost every night for the last 2 weeks, we've gone through that plan, and you've seen that on a single bag order, that 3x10 structure pays over 300,000. I still feel 100%. There's going to be more like a bag and a half will probably be the average. That's close to 500,000 per month. And that doesn't include the matches. On a large organization, the matches will probably be similar or larger than the 3x10 structure. So even at the $49.95, there is massive income potential. We have put something together that we think can be the best duplicated company ever. And the reason why is we realize our #1 product is actually the distributor more than the active greens. We're going to focus on training, marketing, tools that we feel that every single person that follows any of the things that we teach are going to be able to find 3. So what that entails, that means we're going to be able to get those groups of thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands. And you know, it takes that on a $50 product. When you're splitting that between 10 generations of matching and 10 levels, there's only so many ways to split $1. If you do the math, you're going to see that we have 75% potential going out there. Again, no company's paying that in the industry on a nutritional product, especially when I think hands down, we have the best single nutritional product in the market. And you compare it to single dimensional products that just have like one of our blends. So if you take one of the top selling retail greens products, again, they have basically our greens and our microbiome blend. That's it. They're selling that to customers for $100. If people get on a subscription, you can get it down to $69, significantly more than what we're selling it for. If you look at the top adaptogen blends with things like ashwagandha and the reishi mushroom, Ganoderma, the detox products that we have in there's a popular detox tea that I brought to the market in 2008 that we've done billions of dollars in sales with. That tea alone sells for $40 for a month's supply. Just the tea, and we have basically a very proven similar detox blend, not including the ashwagandha and the Ganoderma. If you just take those products, you'll see ashwagandha products consistently selling for, especially we have the trademarked blend. So we basically are going with the best of the best. We're not just taking ashwagandha, we're taking the trademarked blend that has all the research and the studies behind it. And then the reishi, the Ganoderma that we're using, that's another $30, $40 blend right there. And then you take our nitric oxide blend, again, which I feel is the top nitric oxide blend in the market. You look at companies that are using 20 to 24-year-old blends. So technology that was good 24 years ago, but it's way behind the times in 2022. And the companies are selling that on average for $59 or $69 a month for that blend. So you add that up, 69 for the greens, 40 for the detox, another 30, 40 for the adaptogens, and then 60 for the nitric oxide, and you're looking at a couple $100. And we have every bit as good of our blends to their entire product. So if you look at ours as basically 3 separate products, there's no comparison. And the price point we're bringing it is to, again, be the best in the entire world for duplication and retention. I personally feel there'll be people that buy this product in August and September of 2022 that'll still be buying this product every single month, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. The product is absolutely phenomenal, and the pricing. So when you look at that and start to understand what we have, it is significantly different than any of our competitors. So you break that down and you go the 2.5% on levels 1 through 3, the 5% on 4 through 8, the 7.5% on 9, the 10% on 10, that's 50%. And then how you come up with the other 25% is you take the match, 10 generations, 5%, that's 50% match. Now, what are you matching? You're matching that 50% payout. So 50% in matches is equal to 25%. So again, this is as strong of a payout that I think has ever been put together in the network marketing industry. But even with that, with a $49 bag, paying an average in the matrix of $1 to $4. So if you say on average, it's probably going to be about $2.50 per person. So for me to make $2,500, that's going to be 1,000 people. For me to make 5,000, that's going to be 2,000 people. It sounds like a lot of people, but with the tools and the technology and the price point and the product and stuff we have, how do you get to that many people? Just like we've shown, if you get 3 and help them get 3, that gets you that $100 minimum guarantee, and that's that base point. Or you go get 2 customers and you're in profit. So the first key is we want to switch the entire dynamics, that instead of you paying for active greens, you're getting paid to use active greens. So that's our number one goal for all of our members. The only way that every member can do that is through the retail plan. That's why we put together such a strong retail plan. 50% on the dollar, plus still paying up 10 levels. It doesn't exist in the industry. And especially when you're looking at our price point being significantly less. I'm not talking about network marketing products here. I'm talking about just straight to consumer products that are right now selling hundreds of millions of dollars per year and worth 30% less, and we have 2 added blends. So this is a massive, massive opportunity. But knowing that the $49.95 is going to take thousands of people ordering thousands of bags, obviously it's not people, thousands of bags sold for you to make a couple thousand, tens of thousands for you to make hundreds of thousands per year. It's very doable, and I guarantee we're going to have people do it. But we wanted to add to that some things that are 100% optional. And because we're so dedicated to training the members and making sure that they have every avenue that they possibly can to be successful in this business. If I was going to look at our product, again, our big product, we have active greens here that we just explained. When you talk to me about our product is the individual distributor. And that product is a system to take them from where they are right now to their dream life, their dream income, their dream lifestyle. If they could choose their life here on earth, that's what this company is. It's a system to take them from where you are now to there. And our entire goal is to get people to not accept where they are unless you're where you want to be. As human beings, we have so much potential. And you see some people reach that potential in certain areas. In income, you have the top income earners on the planet. You have Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and those type of people at very, very high limits of income. But we look at that, that's just part of it. The other part that we're focused on is your health. The other part we're focused on is having control of your time. So a lot of people that make tremendous income, they're working 100+ hours per week, and they really don't control their time. The business controls them. They have to put that amount of time in, or they think they have to put that amount of time in constantly. We have a system to take you from where you are to your dream life. If you ask me, that's our product. That's why we put against all odds together. We didn't put it together just to sell active greens. No, we wanted to sell the best nutrition product out there because we feel that your health is such an important aspect as you as a human being. And we're really going to focus on that. But again, in order to do that, we're going to have some of the best training and some of the best tools that's available. And there's options for that. We could go and market Anthony Robbins and say, hey, we really think every one of you should go to this $10,000 weekend. And we think that every one of you should go and go through Grant Cardone's mentorship program and pay him $10,000 a year. And we think that every single person should go to GoPro and give Eric Worre, thousands of dollars. And we think that you should do that because it's going to improve your business. It's going to help your personal development and do all of that. But we wanted to do something way better. We wanted to give better training specifically on this business and specifically on you through the non-negotiables, through all of that. And then we wanted you to be able to get paid on all of that. Because if we go and promote Anthony Robbins, we go and promote, name any trainer, Eric Worre, name any trainer in existence, and you invite your team to these trainings and this, that, and the other, it does nothing for you. We're going to show people how you can make, literally thousands of dollars a month to thousands of dollars per day to tens of thousands of dollars per day on training your organization. And here's what I can assure you. If we take this, or I would, my mindset is not if, my mindset is when we take this to $1 billion company and you break down why we did that, it's going to be because we created the best training system ever created in the network marketing industry. Meaning our distributors are so much better trained than any other distributor source in the entire network marketing industry. And the story is easier and it's more affordable, and the list goes on and on and on. That's really what makes the big difference here. So there are 3 options. Every one of those options gives you the ability to make massive income. 2 of those options gives you the ability to make that type of an income without having to have thousands or tens of thousands of people. And so we're not going to go, this isn't a compensation plan training. This is just some basic information that you need to know so that you can pick the pack that fits you the best. Every one of these packs, you can make, massive amounts of money. And so the pack is not for your upline. The pack isn't for us as a company. The pack you choose is what fits you the best, what fits your needs the best, what gives you the best chance of going from where you are to where you want to be. Why are you participating as a influencer and against all odds? If it's just a customer, there's no need to be on a call like this. This call's not for customers. This is for influencers. So if somebody just wants to take active greens, it's a phenomenal product. Everybody should take it. And I feel we're going to have millions of customers over the next several decades in this company. The product is that good and the price point is that good. But you're on this call because you're coming in as an influencer. That's somebody who isn't wanting to pay any money for the product. That's somebody who wants to actually get paid for the product. And so 3 different options. The monthly is the same regardless. The monthly to maintain active and earn unlimited income and even participate in profit sharing and stuff like that in the company is $49.95 a month. The training is optional depending on how many trainings you want to do and what trainings you want to do. And the coding system that we have, which really is designed to have the best onboarding that you could possibly have. And then as a company, we wanted to make it very attractive to give 10% back on all active green orders and all the other things that come along with that on the $397 package. So anyways, I'll talk a little bit more about those in a minute. So tomorrow you're going to have the ability to order. The matrix is paid monthly. So the matrix and the matching is paid monthly. So as long as you order sometime between the 22nd and the end of the month, it doesn't matter necessarily what day you order. Just obviously the sooner you order, the sooner you're going to get your product. So that's basically as long as you order by the end of the month, you're going to be qualified for all of your 3x10 structure. And if you do hit, 4-star or above, you're going to be qualified for the matching bonuses and everything there. The one that's a little bit more complicated because the coding bonuses are based on when somebody joins. And right now we had a whole bunch of people join kind of at the same time that normally wouldn't have happened under normal circumstances. You would have already chosen your pack before you signed up your first person. So we're going to do it different. And to be honest with everybody, we have about 3 scenarios of how we're going to do it. We don't know which one until we see how many people are going to order. So I can't even today explain exactly 100% how it's going to work with the coding bonus. I'm going to explain so you have an understanding of how it's going to work, but we're going to choose the best one based on how many cells there are. And here's what we're looking at. We're looking at the cells between the 22nd and the 31st. So you have until then to decide what package you want to come in with between the 397, the 697, the 49 works the same. no matter what. That's a monthly. But the coding bonuses aren't monthly. The coding bonuses are going to be paid daily. That's going to start in September. Hopefully, the plan there is September 1st, but we're going to take all the coding bonuses. So everybody who orders something that has codes, that's a training package or the NFT for the 397, one of those two or both of them, we're going to take all those orders. We're going to process the order tomorrow. We're going to ship out the product, depending on the country you're in, as I already mentioned. And then on the 31st, we're basically going to go through and see how many sales there are and then figure out the best way. For instance, if there's 200 or 300, the easiest thing to do is just going to be basically manually and go through and set it up what we feel is going to be the best for each of the members. If there's thousands and thousands, which is definitely possible with the amount of people we have in already, then we have a couple other scenarios that we're going to look at. The goal is going to be to give you the best chance of what probably would have happened if you started from day one with people placing an order. Meaning, we don't want to use any more than 3 of your personal signups through your qualifying code if we don't need to. And again, I'm not going to explain all of this on this call. We'll do some training and stuff like that. All you need to know is if you're going to choose one of those packages, you need to make that decision by the 31st. And then we're going to set it up the way that makes the most sense for everybody. We've gone through a lot of different scenarios. And so again, we're super confident that it's going to work out as good as it can based on the free sign up to help as many people as possible. Then September 1st, it's different. So we're not going to purge anybody that's in for free until the end of September, but everything's going to be based on your join date at that time. So if somebody decides to upgrade for a 397 after the 31st, they're going to be in that qualified influencer code. They're not going to be in an area, regional, or anything else, because it's all going to be based on when they joined. Even if they joined for free, that's when it's based on. And so that's going to put everybody, when everybody joined for free, no, there was not the possibility of being an area influencer, or regional influencer, or anything like that. So that's just so you know, if you're going to order that package, I highly recommend doing it by the 31st. If you have people in your group, if you don't have people in your group, it doesn't matter. And so the next thing, if you've come in for free and you don't order by the end of September, your position will be purged permanently. So we will purge all of those positions at the end of September and then start building from there October 1st. And then as it goes from that point on, people will remain in their position in the tree as long as they don't go more than 90 days without an order. So if somebody misses 3 months in a row, they don't place their $49.95 order, then they will be purged from the system permanently. They could rejoin in the future if they decided to, but they lose their position. So that's basically what you're looking at. So again, tomorrow people are going to be able to place orders, three different types of orders as influencer. You're also going to be able to sign up customers tomorrow. Customers have 2 options: a one-time order, which is $59.95, or a subscription or auto ship. So depending on the terminology that you prefer, means the exact same thing, $49.95. So customers will launch tomorrow, but the ability for customers to sign up customers will not start until we launch the separate customer site. I don't have an exact date on that yet. We will give updates in the future. We're not looking at months down the road, but it probably won't be this month. It'll probably be maybe September 1st would maybe be the earliest. And then what that's going to do is allow a customer to market the customer only site, have a slightly different login that doesn't track downlines. It just gives them where they can earn credits, and then they can use those credits to earn active greens. So that again is not launching tomorrow. This is still kind of pre-launch. Tomorrow, it's launching for all levels of influencers, and customers can also purchase. Let me see what else I need to cover. We're still waiting. We have the internal e-wallet. In the internal e-wallet, you can transfer funds from member to member, and you can make purchases. Then we have what would be more of an external e-wallet, which is where you actually request your commissions. Several different ways. That can be through ACH. That can be through adding to a debit card or credit card, or that can even be crypto. We had some meetings with a company called MassPay. We really like their technology, better than what we've used over the last 10 years or so. They're still finishing some things on that. We don't have it done 100%. We're hoping to have that tomorrow or the next day. So as soon as that's available, we'll make sure and let everybody know. Typically, you'll be able to request your commissions on a Friday, every Friday. I don't know if that'll be ready this Friday. I do feel confident in saying by next Friday, we'll have something ready, either the wallets that we've used in the past or MassPay. One way or the other, we'll have a way figured out by next Friday for people to request their commissions. So here's the only commissions that you would be having between now and then. It's going to be customers, because customers pay same day, fairly close to real time. And that's both on the 50% and then also the 10 levels up line. That's really the only commissions that will be paid between now and the end of the month. When the month ends, then we will calculate the matrix commissions, and those are paid the 10th of the following month. So everything that happens from the 22nd to the 31st in the matrix and the matching bonuses, those 10 generations of matches, those will be paid on the 10th. The coding bonuses normally are going to be paid very similar to the customer, but we're not going to figure those until the 31st, and just kind of depending on which method we need to use, how long it's going to take to figure them, will be when they're actually posted and paid. But I would say that will be before the 10th, and as early as maybe the 2nd or 3rd of September. Again, it's going to depend on what method we decide based on how many orders we have. So as we get closer to the 31st, we'll probably have a much better idea of exactly when that will be, and then we'll update everybody on that. We do have the email system set up now, so you'll start to see email communication from the company. You also have the communication via our Telegram group, and then you'll see the Facebook groups going live. One for customers, which will be a testimonial group, and then one for influencers, which will be more business information, updates, recorded calls, all of that type of information. Our Instagram is already live. I'll talk to the programmer when we launch the back office tomorrow to see if we can put a link to the Telegram group, so that when somebody logs into the back office, if you don't have Telegram right now, it is a free app with both Android and iPhone. Download the app for free, literally takes minutes. Click on the link that we'll put in the back office, and then that'll bring you to the group. And that's where we're going to constantly have our recorded webinars, all of that type of information. The way that we do business when it was free, we was doing nightly webinars. As owners and founders of the company, we're not going to do webinars every night. What I'm sure you'll start to see happen is different leaders and different teams doing their own webinars. At least through the month of September. This isn't something that's going to go forever. As a corporate team, founders, we're going to do a live opportunity webinar every Monday. So that will be next Monday will be our next webinar. We will be, again, sending out update emails, doing, maybe even a call like this where we do some live updates so that we can let people know what's going on, because it's very important that there's, constant communication in a pre-launch like this. Most people have never been in a company this early. Again, this is basically as early as it gets. This is before anybody's even placed one order. And so there's pros and cons to that. There's pros in the timing. There's cons in, we're still putting the final touches on several things. But again, it's very exciting. We're very excited about that, and look forward to just some, massive success over the next several years. So definitely be watching for that information. We are going to be doing a lot of videos to really help people understand almost everything. So we'll break down just the customer, how a customer works, how the customers who get customers, so the referrals by customers, how that works, how the 3x10 structure works, how the generation matches work, how the coding works, how the trainer works. So you'll have several videos on each and every one of these, and the goal is to have those done. I'll have Travis correct me if I'm wrong, because him and JC are the ones kind of working on that with Tommy, and then Marty's gonna help on some of that also. But basically, I believe the plan is to have that by the end of this week or early next week. I know that they're going to start shooting them tomorrow. I don't know when they're all going to be done. Travis, I saw you pop on. Did you have something you just wanted to add right now?
Yeah. You're exactly right. We're going to be recording them tomorrow, and we're going to be two different formats. So one format is we're going to be doing a Zoom call like this, where we'll break it all down, record it, and get it on the YouTube channel. And then we're going to be working with Tommy to make it more graphic oriented. So like in a week or two from now, you're going to have a much more robust video that you can share and understand. So there'll be two separate ways. One's a call just like this, with a PowerPoint presentation going over the exact detail. And Dan said it perfectly. We're breaking everything into pieces. So you have a training video on NFTs. You have a training video on the retail. You have a training video on the, get 3 products in the credits. And we'll also tell you how to use MassPay. We'll tell you how to use all the different options that we have. And that's going to be the first line. And then from there, we're going to be making it more robust, where we have a lot more graphics oriented, a lot more time for Tommy to put scripts together and then execute on that. So just wanted to pipe in on that one, Dan.
Perfect. A couple other things that I want to cover on this update. We have 2 phone apps that we're extremely excited about. One of them, which is going to be our AAO 5 non-negotiables, both for Android and iPhone. That could be any day. So I don't know the exact day. As soon as that happens, we'll again announce through email, announce through Telegram, probably do a live call like this and do a training to walk people through. I've also been in contact with the people at Penny App. Unfortunately, on Penny App, there was a couple things that they kind of had to put on hold until we were a little bit further with the website, back office, and all of that. So we hoped to have that ready by September 1st. They don't have an exact date. It's probably not going to be, well, it's definitely probably not going to be September 1st. But I don't think it's going to be, a month later. I think it will definitely be sometime in September. We're super excited about that phone app. That's going to be included for free. It is not a free app. It is very expensive, 6 figures, to offer that to our members for free, and that's not lifetime. So we're paying for every member every year to use this app. That's how good I personally think it is at walking people through. I honestly feel that if people do nothing more than just follow the exact directions that we have in that app every single day, they're going to be successful in this business. And obviously, we thought that we had plenty of time to get that. And I've launched over the last 2 decades. I've helped launch 10 companies. None of them have launched perfect. No matter how long you wait, no matter how long you do things, there's just always little things that pop up. But all of them have been extremely successful. And there hasn't been any that I've been more excited about in my entire life than this. I really feel that we've found some things in the industry that could be significantly better. And I think we've made those things significantly better. And I think that's going to create a lot more success. So we have 2 free apps that are coming. 5 non-negotiables. That app is going to be life-changing, transformational. And then we have the Penny app, which is just going to be, an against all odds business app that I think is the best I've ever seen in the industry as far as a system. We're also working on some web-based systems with the autoresponders, lead capture pages, and stuff like that for people with large databases. So in the month of September, you're going to, right now, again, kind of in this pre-launch, getting the foundation laid. September, you're going to really see things turn massive towards marketing, all the tools, all the trainings, all of those things that you need. So that's important that people realize those are things that are coming. Everything's done as far as the 5 non-negotiables AAO app. All we're waiting there is just for it to go live. They've been submitted to both Apple and Android. We have all the stuff done. As soon as they're live, people can download them and we're good to go. We'll have a lot of training on that. You're also going to have the area trainer starting. I'll talk to Marty tonight and tomorrow and find out exactly when that's going to be. We're planning on some live events very soon. And so the training for qualified influencers, which again, I want people to realize on that 397, we're going to do very detailed training. So the kind of like, if you could guess, like if you were going to put the perfect onboarding system together for every distributor that not only had some personal development, but actually went through every aspect of the business, the compensation plan in detail, the back office in detail, so that you understand every single click in that back office, you know what it does. There won't be anything that you can do back there that you don't know how to, or exactly, you know, how things work. The product, you're going to know as much as anybody on all the ingredients in there, how they work. The compensation plan, you'll be able to understand it, explain it, and then just some basic personal development things. Actually setting up that non-negotiables app for you, personalized. Coming up with, I talked to somebody today and I said, this is kind of my vision of our product. You don't have the, you know, that genie and you have 3 wishes, but it's kind of like that. If you could create your own income, what would that be? If you could do whatever you want to do every single day, what would that be? If you could live anywhere in the world where you wanted to, where would that be? And literally, we're creating that product to take you to that life. And that's kind of how it is. And that's going to work by these, you know, little changes that you do consistently day in and day out, making some commitments to yourself and following through on them. And that's really important that people understand that. And here's what I can absolutely guarantee you, that there's been some you know, very, very positive feedback. Some people think that this is the most ingenious thing that they've ever heard. And then we've had some feedback of people saying, man, you guys are crazy. I thought this was just so simple, $49.95, nothing else. Hey, I've been there, done that. So I've done that 10 times where we've started with a single product. I can already tell you how that movie's going to end. It's not that it's bad, but it's not going to be the best thing that's ever been created in the industry. Here's why. If we're relying on all these sponsors to just do what I just explained, it's not going to happen. If we make all the videos, so we create all the videos, everything that I've done, we do in a video. So everything that you can possibly imagine, every click, everything that you can do in the back office, we put it in a video and we put it in the back office. Guess what? Most people aren't going to watch it. But when people actually get on that training and they understand every single click and every single thing and every part about the product, they're going to be more empowered than almost 99% of the entire network marketing industry. Most people don't know how the back offices work, or how the products work, or how the comp plan works, or how this works, or how that works. So how can they teach it? They don't know it themselves. That's why what we're doing is vital to the success of the company. Some people don't see it because they haven't been there, they haven't done it. Some people think, oh, it complicates things. No, it does not complicate things. To have a certified trainer train your entire team, that complicates things? No, that makes things work. That's the difference between having a good company and the best company that's ever been created. And I think as people start to see this come together and start to see how it rolls, then they'll see, oh, wow, this makes sense. I've done this for 30 years. We've done billions of dollars in sales. We've paid billions of dollars in commissions. Trust me, we know what's needed. It's not just a $49 matrix. Could I kill it with that? Yeah. Could I go do tens of millions of dollars a year, maybe $100 million? Guaranteed. I would absolutely guarantee I could put a product together with active greens, the matrix, the bonuses, and go create a company doing $40, $50 million a year. Can I do it $1 billion? Well, if I could, why didn't I do it the last 20 years? And I'll tell you why. Because it's not just that. There's these other pieces that make all the difference in the world. I already know how that movie ends. I already know 6 months into it, people are saying, oh man, I have all these people who we can't keep our team together because people aren't making enough money. And I'm like, well, geez, we're paying out 75%. We can't pay out 100. You know what I mean? So trust me, I know how that movie ends. And this one is a completely different ballgame. We know exactly what we're doing. The vision is crystal clear. So sometimes as a distributor, as an influencer, you need to kind of sit back and say, hey, these guys have done billions of dollars in sales. Maybe I haven't done that. These guys have started some of the most successful companies in the history of network marketing. These people have been part of corporate teams of some of the most successful businesses, period, in the entire world. And maybe me as a distributor, I haven't had that experience. So I'm making presumptions and perceptions on things that maybe I don't know the whole picture. And so I don't want to be harsh at all, but I want to let people know this is set up exactly this way. And this is what we're using to take this company. And I am very confident that the company is going to be massive. And again, I think we're going to help every single person that gets in the game and can follow some simple directions. So anyways, I don't want to rant. It's been going on for about 45 minutes. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that is super important that I left out on this. There's a couple things. Here's when we're launching it. We're going to turn this on at 4 p.m. Don't tell me why it's 4 p.m. I didn't come up with the time. 4 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain time. I asked our programmer what time, can I tell people we're going to announce it in 20 minutes? He said 3 p.m. Central. Perfect. That's when we're launching this thing. So right around that time, I don't know if it's going to be to the second. I don't know if it's going to be 5 minutes early, but I think it's going to be pretty close to that time. That's when you'll be able to log in. The first thing you're going to notice when you go to the website, it's a completely different website. Second thing you're going to notice when you log into the back office, it's a completely different back office. So current members, when you go to the site after 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, you log in exactly like you log in now. You're going to place your order from the back office. So there'll be a tab that'll say order. You'll click on that. You'll see 3 options. You're going to choose the option that's the best for you. Now, again, assuming that you decide to order tomorrow, you pretty much have till the 31st. I recommend not waiting till then. Get your team ordering. You'll be able to see what's going on. You'll see that we have some awesome reports. We have some matrix reports that are as good as any that I've seen in the back office. So it shows how many people on each level, shows how many people are active on each level. It shows how many people are inactive on each level, and it shows the volume on each level. The volume is not going to be real time, but I think it's updated several times per day. So you're going to know exactly where you are in your 3x10 structure from here on out. And so we have some other cool features in the back office. Some of the tracking for the coding, unfortunately, it's not going to be where we want it to be, because until everybody orders, we're not going to know any of that tracking until the 31st, because you might have people in your downline that order before you, and that tracking is completely different until you order. And you might have somebody that, orders on the 31st, that changes the entire dynamics. So it's going to be a little bit blind. We don't have a better option, unfortunately. When we allow the free positioning, it changes the dynamics a little bit on what we can do and how we can accomplish it. But at the end of the day, that was 2 weeks. We're going to put it together what we feel is in your best interest by far. When we do that on the 31st, whether we do it manually, whether we automate it, some of it manually, some of it automated, we're just going to go through and basically do whatever it takes to make it happen. And so there is not going to be the tracking. Once that all launches, we will have way better tracking to where you can see, as you're a qualified influencer, you're qualifying sales to get you to area influencer. and then what you need to go to regional and to national and to international, etc. So those things will be there. They won't be there tomorrow. And so that, I think that's pretty much everything. So that's what we're looking at. We'll be seeing, you know, a lot more marketing information coming out. When the apps come out, you're going to see some greatly simplified. I think we'll probably have a web system with lead capture pages, autoresponders, all of that, maybe before the app. I'll know more by the end of this week. I have a call on, they haven't given me the time, Thursday or Friday. They just said they'll send sometimes Thursday or Friday. They wanted to, you know, get a little bit more information of where we are and get everything back on the launch pad for the Penny app. So again, we'll be having plenty more updates. So with that, I'll go ahead and turn it back over to Travis, hand out anything that I missed. We're super excited, guys. I'm so proud of every single person who came in here for free. You know, honored to be working with Tommy and the hours that he's put in, the hours that Travis has put in, JC's put in. We haven't had any, you know, big arguments or fights over anything. It's just a great team to work with. And it has been a lot of work. It's been, you know, some stress, some ups, some downs. That's what life's all about. And so now we're to the time that everybody's work is going to turn into helping people and making some money and getting some great nutrition in people's bodies. So Travis, if there's anything else that I missed or that you want to add, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Dan, so much for that. And I hope you guys felt the passion in Dan. You know, as I was sitting here listening to him, of course, there was so much information. And I just wanted to be able to just recapture what he was saying, which is the biggest asset. And this is true. You know, those that know my corporate career, I've been in some very large companies, and they all had their day in the sun, and they all kind of went their, you know, their way out. And the really key was there just wasn't that investment in the people. There wasn't that investment in the, you know, the influencers and giving them the right proper training and the tools. And that's when Dan talked about how he opened this call is like, we're really serious about making this all about you and making this your successful program out there. That's the only way that we make a single product that's so good even better, by putting good to great concepts behind it with the apps and the training that go along with that. So I just want to, you know, emphasize that point that Dan made. Another thing too, I just want to share with you all too, you know, one of the things that JC and I have done when we talk about, you know, moving forward and how to give better service to all the members out there, just be a little more, you know, more communicative with what things are coming out. What I mean by that is, for example, this webinar will be recorded and it will be placed. It's interesting. I wake up in the morning and people are like, where is it? You know, and so we want to give you just some time frames. You can expect at least 24 hours for us to get this edited and chopped down and corrected, and before we post it on our Telegram group. Everything is kind of flowing through our Telegram group. We're putting those links everywhere out there for you. We do have an email campaign going out with the same information, but just bear with us as we do, and we'll focus more on communication, on hitting the things that you guys will need to empower you. And what I mean by empower you is I want you guys to understand we're doing this so you will not be reliant on corporate. We want you to be reliant on yourself. We want you to be reliant on your teams and do what you know best, because the information that you have at your disposal. So we're going to be passing that torch off onto you guys, but we're going to do a great job of building an incredible platform for all of you to thrive and to dance on. And we're excited to see what that dance looks like. With that, I'll go ahead and sign off. Like I said, give us 24 hours to put this into the Telegram group.
Can I just mention something really quick, Travis?
Sure.
I just wanted to say just really quick. So, and this comes from years and years of watching people go through training and like upping their game in real estate. And I've also seen this happen in network marketing, but especially within the last 3 years, really actually within the last 10 years, I've seen people get involved in training that's, you know, similar to the type of training. I mean, it's very, very similar to the type of training that we're going to be doing here. And if there's any question in your mind about where you want to be in this business in a year from now, if you've got big income goals, if you really want to grow a large network marketing team, if your income is really, really like the most important facet of this for you, because I know that some people it's the product, some people it's, you know, it's not necessarily about going out and making a boatload of money. But if you are somebody who's looking to make a boatload of money, I would highly encourage you to come in at the top training pack. That's what I would do. I just want to put that out there. I have seen so many people 10x, and that's not even an exaggeration. I've seen so many people 10x their income, because what's going to happen when you start going through this training, and as you start training people and getting and helping your team and getting really good at helping your team, you just, all the power in the world is going to be yours. And so that's really all that I had, Travis. I didn't know how much more you had to say. I know you were signing off, but that's kind of what I had to say.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Tommy. Appreciate that. Yeah. Once again, guys, we're looking forward to this launch. One thing I loved what Dan had to say was all the time and the money that's actually gone into this. And there has been a lot of time, money, and investment that has gone into this. That's a true statement, which means we believe wholeheartedly in what we're doing. And you're not going to be seeing us doing anything else. And anyways, we're all putting our best foot forward, guys. We're not perfect. We're going to do our best. We know that you're not perfect, and you're going to do your best. We're going to meet in the middle, and that's the best way that we can make this happen. So I want to appreciate everyone that jumped on the call here tonight. As Dan mentioned, we have a corporate call next Monday, same time, 7:00 p.m. Standard Time. We'll do those every Monday, and they'll be looking for some great videos by Mr. Tommy there himself, and myself and JC with some just so you can break down all the information you got here tonight. But thank you all for joining us. Looking forward to a great journey ahead. It's about time that we can start taking orders. We're excited about that, and looking forward to seeing where we go here in the next month, 6 months to the next year, and hope we're going to be at the top with you. So with that, I'll go ahead and sign off. Thank you all, everybody. We will see you next Monday.